Man, I should wear glasses right now. Look how tired I am.
Do you want me to get you some?
No, I'm all right. No, we had somebody, but I guess they got tired of waiting. Ah. What's up, guys? To all those who are going to watch this later on. Oh man, Trev the shipping guru already.
Hi, Trev.
Fantastic. Man, Trev is like the man.
He's
He's always here on time. Actually, Trev's probably here before I am. Man, so I'm tired. Oh man, you jumped up to 5 in no time. Fantastic. Oh, closed off the comments. What's up, Kyle? Wheelchair superhero. Yo, I'll be here till 1:55. I don't know that I will, man. Neil's the man. Neil, I noticed that you won David's Comics and Wrestling's Battle Royal the other day. I believe you even eliminated me. So, yeah. Just working and listening. Fantastic, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Man, I'm tired. I got to tell you, I worked last night. I came home to take a nap, but I was told we needed to go to the store. And then someone took quite a while to get ready to go to the store. And then when she got home, she said, I mean, then when this person got home with me, they said, are we streaming today? I said, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and stream. I'll stream. You know, I don't want Neil to call me out. And then this person proceeded to go to the bedroom where I was going to go take a nap before streaming and proceeded to do her makeup and hair. I mean, their makeup and hair. So
I had to get ready for the day anyways.
Oh man, see, look at that. Spoiler alert. I did not finish watching it, laugh out loud, but I know, but I now know, but now I know I'm the man. Yeah, man. I didn't mean to spoil that. Fantastic, fantastic. Everybody, somebody sneaking up over here, Ollie James. Awesome, man. I'm glad everybody could be here. It's pretty good to see you guys all. Man, you know what? I don't like that. Hold on, let me go change that.
Hi,
Tell them your name.
James Kong.
Tell them it's your last day of spring break.
Oh yeah, technically it is. There
Tell
we
him.
go. I want that one or do I
Tell
want
people
this
you're
one?
sad.
No, this one. This one's the best one.
Are you ready to go back to school?
Yes.
You are? Are you
Oh,
ready?
I'm sorry, Ollie. Let me. There you go.
Why is there so? Today is my first baseball game.
Say it louder. Look at that camera right there. There you go.
Today is my first baseball game.
See, that's another reason why I should be asleep.
It's like at 7:30, I think that's his game.
So is everybody else experiencing chilly weather? I mean, we had like summer temperatures here last week, and then I'm wearing a beanie again, which I hadn't worn a beanie in a stream in a while. So yeah, pretty cold. I fully expect them to call and say that they're going to cancel the game because the kids, you know, are going to have to play in the cold. Which, I mean, that's no big deal for me. I think they ought to. I just feel like the way things are going that I'm going to show up and they'll be like, no. No, Ollie, once you get back to school, you can't play Fortnite. Yeah, he'll be able to play on Saturday nights. He'll be able to play on Saturday nights. Evil's comments. What's up, Mike? Good to see you in the chat, man. I appreciate it. 40 degrees here, but it's nice. Yeah, I'm not saying it's nice. I'm not saying that. I agree, man. I prefer cooler temperatures over the summer temperatures. My house has poor insulation, so during the summer times, it gets like the greenhouse effect is in full effect. It's just a little cool. I don't mind it. I like it. I just, it seems weird that we just had spring break and we whipped out the jackets and whatever. What I'm used to on spring breaks here, at least where I'm located here in South Texas, is it to be raining. Like every spring break, it does not fail. It will rain. What were you going to say?
I remember. I think I was going to say we rather prefer the cold weather any day.
It should be 70s in my area, but it's at freezing the last 2 days. Man, it's awesome. Or if I'm jealous, I don't know how you feel about it. I skipped over some things. Bottom tier yelling Ollie James Kong. He flips him back and forth on that name. Sometimes he's just Ollie James Kong, Ollie James, or whatever. Awesome. Mike telling us what's up. Fantastic, everybody, man. Let me try to. The wife is leaving me alone the weekend so I can get a lot of Fortnite in. So Lady Prime Friday is no longer your TV night. Yeah.
I haven't had.
No, he asked the other night if we were going to game on Friday night. And I said, well, you were watching TV because you had a wrestling on.
Oh.
And I said you were you were in charge of that. Yes, Mike, I can relate to that so much. Christmas in shorts was a regular in Houston. Yes. There I think this past Christmas was actually cold. And Christmas of 2004 here from San Antonio to like where we're at now. Of course, I wasn't living here at the time. This is the only white Christmas I've ever had. So I get it, man. I get it. Wearing shorts for Christmas. There's so many Christmas photos we have, and it's like you would think it was just summertime. I'm a 60s and 70s guy. Trev, 60s and 70s, perfect for me. Don't get that too often here. No, man, it's either like colder than that or way hotter than that. I can relate to that. And so I made the mention of it. Lady Prime was watching wrestling the other night. She's been watching a whole lot of wrestling recently, a lot of older WrestleManias, or I don't know if I don't want to say older. Man, I'm trying to fix this hat. It feels weird. Looks weird. A lot of earlier WrestleManias. Okay, let's just start from scratch. It's like it wants to go on this. It's the reversed camera. There we go. I can't stand how I look sometimes. Now I feel like this side, right? There we go. Okay. Thank you. This was hair and makeup we were supposed to do beforehand. So Lady Prime was watching a whole lot of early WrestleManias. WrestleManias 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I just saw 6 on the TV. It was Earthquake versus Hercules Hernandez. So some classic WrestleManias there. And the reason she was doing that is because last week I said, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I said, maybe we'll do our favorite match from every WrestleMania. And even myself, I figured that's going to be kind of hard because I was going through every WrestleMania. I was like, man, I don't know what my favorite match on this. I need to rewatch it. Didn't have the time for it. So if that's what we wind up doing today, I'm going to have to guess on some of them or just go from what I feel like I remember was the favorite match or best match. So are you both going to do the banana challenge? I have a feeling no one's going to do it.
The banana challenge. What's the banana challenge?
He's eating a banana with no hands. But he picked the plate up and brought it to his face. So, but his hands didn't touch the banana. I watched that video. He was wearing a banana costume.
I gotta watch it.
If you watch the 1991 Royal Rumble, you won't actually see me, but I was there. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. I had the opportunity to go to 3 of the San Antonio Royal Rumbles. I missed this past year, and I kind of regret it. I really regret going to the Houston one in 2020 when Edge returned. That's awesome, man. The 91 Royal Rumble. Let me see. Hulk Hogan wins by last eliminating Earthquake, I believe. Okay, got to head back to work. Everybody be good. I appreciate it, Mike. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you jumping in. Do it. I feel like our first 3 WrestleMania favorite matches line up. Just got off with Bleecker Street. Hashtag banana hands. Yokozuna. 1991, just a year away from the best Royal Rumble ever. Oh, you think the 1990 Royal Rumble was the best one, bottom tier? No, I'm just kidding. I know you picked 92 with Flair going from entrant number 3 all the way to the end. No, this stream's not going to be as long. I say that we're only 10 minutes in. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see my hold on. This side right here is getting lazy. Let me try to. There we go.
You're gonna slap you?
Give me a chop.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Then I'm gonna hear it later and be like, "Why? Why'd you do that?"
You're about to. Well, before I get into the we'll do the favorite. We'll do the. You want it? Is it best or favorite? There's a difference.
Favorite.
Okay, we're gonna do favorite WrestleMania matches from
each
WrestleMania. Okay, all right. But before we get into that, will you hold that up? You guys may have seen a short. I found this. It is the Thunder Rosa. It is the Chase variant, or Chase figure, the 1 in 5,000. So I found that. I think it was last Thursday, if not maybe Wednesday. I found that. And then the next day at the same exact store, I found this. That's number 2. And then later on that same day, I found this at a different store, 30 miles away from the other one. So this is supposedly 1 in 5,000. I told Cody, where'd you get that? Shout out to him. Go check him out if you guys have not checked him out. Sub him up, if you will, if you're not sub to him. I told him I really, really have doubts that they made 5,000 of those, or they specifically sent it to South Texas because of the large Hispanic community. And I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, she's built.
She lives in San Antonio.
Right, not from, but yeah, well, however you want to say it. She wasn't born and raised there, but yeah, that's where she's built from. That's where she's come since, or makes her home. So I found 3 South Texas area, 3 within 30 miles of each other. 2 at the same store, 1 at a different store. I don't know. Did they purposely send these cases out to this area? I don't know. If you're in the Cali area where there's a large Hispanic community there, go check your Walmarts for the Chase variant of Thunder Rosa. I just feel like it was purposely sent there. I don't know. It was
too easy.
Yeah, it was way too easy because I have not seen any of those Chase figures. I saw one at the Ekman's Card Comics and Toy Show. I think it was the CM Punk. If it wasn't him, it was the Adam Page. But I haven't seen them. I've never caught one in the stores myself. And
Is
so
it the one in his shirt, his T-shirt for the Punk?
I can't.
I want the Jamie Hayter.
I can't remember exactly, but just to find 3 Chase variants in there. So there's 4,997 more for you guys to go find. So yeah, if those numbers are correct. So yeah, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And like Flair was like on point that night. Pink eye? No pink eye, just lazy eye. Yeah, it really is a cool figure. So we even have the regular release. She's in black. And of course she's got her face painted, what is that? The Sugar Skull style or whatever. What do they call it?
Showed it.
The Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead kind of look too. But I mean the Sugar Skull, whatever you want to call it. But I really like the one with the turquoise outfit, if that's what you want to call it. The blue outfit looks really cool. I followed Thunder Rosa since NWA. Yeah, she was the NWA champion for a while there, wasn't she? I can remember her defending it on AEW TV. Best WrestleMania is definitely 8 because I'm on the tape. Now, can we see you, Kyle? If we go to a certain spot? All right.
Because I always look in the crowd at people. I don't know why. I just.
Sid, long time no see, man. And that's probably my fault. I haven't been gaming much lately, but I appreciate that. Good to see you, Sid. Bizarre Breaks. Hey, guys, I hope you're good. Please hit that like. Man, fantastic. Thank you. Fantastic Comics and Arts. Hello, Arts. Hello and happy Monday. He's tuning in because he wants to see the banter between me and you. He really enjoyed last week. He left a comment. When you said you don't lose things, and I said you lost the key, and you said no, I found the key.
I did.
So, there you go, Neil. Appreciate that. Silver Knight Kyle, San Antonio, a test market like Milwaukee, Indianapolis. Yeah. All righty. Let me see. Everybody telling everybody hello. Fantastic. Twice in crowd shot, surrounded by my MR clients. All right. I'm going to have to go look for WrestleMania 8 was about, let's see, 92. I got to go look for, was that 31 years ago? Because we're about to be on WrestleMania 39. Man, it's insane. I really like WrestleMania 8. It's got a really, really loud crowd. Did I leave that up there?
Yeah. I was like, hello. But
fantastic, Trev. Oh, man alive. Bottom tier collector. I study the ringside fans and wonder who they are and where they were at in life when they got filmed. Yeah, dude, I'll notice that sometimes. Like, you'll see some interesting faces, like, or people that you're like, man, that's out of place. Especially WrestleMania's 4 and 5 because they were both at Trump Plaza, and it is said that those were not necessarily diehard fans. Those were seats given out, to the high rollers and stuff like that. And so very, very interesting.
Because I know you could see like some wrestlers when they were younger, or even celebrities before they were celebrities, like just casual fans. Because I know on a Raw, on an old Raw that we saw,
Neil's gonna get in
Ryan,
trouble.
what's his name? Ryan Felipe, Ryan.
Oh yeah, was he in one of those
He
early
was in
Raws?
one of the early Raws.
You both don't argue as much as Mr. Phil and Mrs. Phil. 92, I was fresh out of the Marines. Oh man, so yeah, maybe he was showing his stuff, you know. When I went to WrestleMania 25, it was so awesome. Some guy, you know, because I guess dressing up as your wrestlers kind of have come into play more. This dude was like JBL, jacket unzipped, you know, where his chest is exposed,
yeah.
towel tucked into his jacket, cowboy hat, cowboy boots, or instead of wrestling boots, he had cowboy boots, and he was wearing the trunks. And then JBL proceeds to lose in like 25 seconds. And like the disappointment on that guy's face was awesome.
Because he had to wear it. He had to wear that the rest of the night.
And then remember when we saw some guy dressed up as CM Punk at WrestleMania 30? And he's so skinny, but like, yeah.
Remember the Royal Rumble in, was it 2018, where the guy dressed up as Kenny Omega and he just kept walking around the arena?
Was that at the Royal Rumble or was that the NXT takeover that we went to the night before? Or
No, it
2
was
days
the
before?
Royal Rumble because everyone kept saying like, "Oh, Omega's gonna come, Omega's gonna come."
So yeah, so that's what we found last week. 3 Thunder Rosa chases. Picked this up today. We have this magazine, and of course, it's going to be a reissue of the special edition, whatever. The Godzilla, and we had one for Ollie a few years back. I don't know if we will cut that one up or we're going to cut this one up, but Lady Prime wants to make some, you know, frame some stuff up, so we'll have some Godzilla on the wall. We got to have Godzilla represented, just with how much Ollie James is in love with him. Like, I mean, that's a fantastic image right there to cut out. There's one I really, really like. Let me see if I can find it real quick before I move on to the next item. Oh man, there it is. I really like that one. The almost like Fire Godzilla or whatever. Even the back has some interesting Godzilla pictures. So yeah, pick that up. That way she can do
Because
some
I don't
framework.
like white walls, so they need to be jazzed up. I just gotta buy some frames.
Yeah, so in that when I do my outro where Ollie James is you know, when he's a tiny little individual and he's saying bye, see you next time, you'll notice that the walls were black, and that's because somebody did not like white walls. And yeah, it was funny because one of my dad's friends was like, "Can you believe they painted your walls black?" As if we were running ritual sacrifices in here or something like that. One of my clients stated that Hogan started the Hogan chant before he came out. Then they held the camera on us for a few seconds, though we were up in the man. It's awesome. Man, I'm gonna go watch that. Hopefully, I can still
I'll
see
probably
that.
be able to watch it today. Hopefully.
JBL, he would irritate the fire out of my friends and I. As soon as the cowbell hits, so JBL, I'm kind of a fan because he was great on the mic, and he was a heel, like you hated him, but I did not like to watch him in the ring. He was terrible. So like there has to be some wrestling skill to go along with the personality. There has to be some wrestling skill to go along with the character. Because he was a great character, but I just could not stand him.
I liked him. Where were we? What old Raws where they were going to be the new Blackjack.
You like that?
I like that. And then when he went blonde and with his later yeah, I do have quite a few. Yeah.
I challenged the Prime family to a fatal 4-way, but we know Ollie would whoop us all. So what's the point? Man, I got to get that video of Ollie jumping from the top of his dresser into his
I gotta send it.
His toddler bed, because
it's
like,
just so funny.
Yeah, and like the look of pride on his face before he jumps and after he jumps is so great. Now I like JBL because I think it's funny to like such a corny gimmick. Cole's Comics claims. Go ahead and say it, Cole. I'm waiting on it, Cole. Go ahead and say it. It's coming. I gotta get back to work, but what did I say? Hi and hashtag Fat Boy cheated. Hashtag I'm a heel. And it said also I picked this up, saw this at the store, and it stopped me in my tracks. Just a magazine dedicated to Superman. 85. Of course, I'm wrong hand. 85-year anniversary coming up, or I guess it's right around that time. Great Christopher Reeve's art on the cover, and just not. I mean, there's nothing in this magazine that Superman fans don't know, or even maybe perhaps the common fan don't know. But it's got cool images. Maybe buy a second one, same thing. We could cut and display, or keep one bagged and board and one to kind of go through. Just great stuff. I do like the history in here. So yeah, pretty cool magazine. The only problem with that magazine or these magazines is the Godzilla one was $15. This one's $14. So if I want two, that's $30 already.
I thought it was a coloring book at first when you showed me it.
I wish it would. I wish I could get like a really great Superman adult coloring book. They have this Justice League or DC superheroes coloring book that I saw at Walmart today. But it's just like still images, and I want battle scenes. It's just like them posed, and I don't know, like it's fine. It's pretty cool. Superman, I hear. Nice, yeah, man. Go look at your magazine racks, and you may be able to spot one. I really love that cover art. Hey, BTC, we'll check out your video here soon. Oh, fantastic! Everybody's supporting everybody. I love it. I don't need to cheat. I am the man. I'm grooving on Lady Prime's pink poof ball hats.
I know Fanboy Prime's jealous of my pink.
I know. Pink is my favorite color. The brighter the pink, the better. And so, yeah. Yes, I can agree with that, Sid. Inflation is it's killing me.
Bad.
Was George Reeves Christopher Reeves' dad? I watched all the Reeves movies last year and never verified that. No. I don't think there's any relation. Or if it is, it's distant cousin. Yeah, and that is I can't do that. I cannot do that. And this is one of the reasons why I'm a back issue hunter, and dollar books and 50-cent books is where my heart lies. And I say that, and then I'm going to show this book off. I picked this up on eBay this week. It is Adventures in Superman 500. This is part of my Death of Superman saga hunt. So this is the platinum edition of Death of Superman. I mean of Adventures in Superman 500. It's gonna be the Return of Superman Back from the Dead. It's got some damage here at the top. I don't know. It almost looks like some staining. I'm not sure. So I didn't pay as much for it as some of these copies will go. I wish I would have paid a whole lot less than it when I saw the copy I got, because I did one of those or best offers, and I didn't want to wait for the auction to end. Yeah, you're good. Didn't want to wait for the auction to end, so I offered a hefty sum. Let me see. Oh yeah, right there. You can kind of see it. It maybe look like glare, but it is part of the book. So is what it is. I'm glad to finally have a platinum edition in the collection. It's the first one that I have. I'm gonna get two of the Superman 75s because I want one open and one to display, or one to have in the collection open. And I would like two more of the Adventure Superman 500 platinums, but that's gonna have to be bought over time. I want two more because, if you guys aren't familiar, they had this gimmick where you could kind of peel off this, so you can have two covers in a sense. So you've got Jonathan Kent, Paul Kent's hand reaching for, the soul of Superman, and then you rip it off or you pull it off, and you have your image here. It's not necessarily frosted over or what do you want to call this? Clouded over. It's just Superman there. So I would like to present two versions of that. Let me hit up the chat just to cover that while you look for whatever you're looking for. Proof. Proof. Who's got all the balls in the house?
Me.
I'll buy the $10 books with Lobo on the cover when they're forgotten and in the dollar bins. That's the way to do it, brother. That is the way to do it. Why is it when I wear a hat, people ask if it's cold in my house? Just because I'm old, I can't wear a hat. It's cold in this house. I was wondering if you had a platinum edition. Yeah, so first one. So pretty cool to finally knock that off the list. We'll get a platinum Spider-Man 1 someday. Yeah, man, I've seen those too, and it's just like it's a cool book that I would love to have in my collection, but man alive. Prices.
So Neil, this is what I'm working on. I haven't finished.
What are you looking at when you draw that? What
Just
image?
a picture or
Okay.
some image I see, and I don't know.
What's the tree with eyes it looked like? What was that?
Oh, that's my other spiral.
Oh, okay. I saw that yesterday.
That's my other one.
Don't show your pink poof balls, Prime. or Lady Prime, right? Is what you meant. um, yeah, that's it. Okay, all right. I was like, I didn't know if I showed everything I had kind of showed my talking points. Yeah, yeah. 3 Thunder Rosa chases, one in 5,000, I guess. We'll see. The Godzilla magazine, which is cool, but like I said, it's a reissue. So if you have seen that before, it's the same magazine, just reissued. Did I see? Did you see my kidding joke? Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. Maybe when you sleep tomorrow, you will catch my. I'm just kidding. Oh man, I'm sorry. Dude, it's just so hard. I'm getting tired of overnights. As I mentioned in well, I guess we mentioned it last week's stream and on Saturday's stream with Lady Prime getting this new gig, this new job. We will see. Perhaps I can go away from overnights. I won't be making as much if I step down and remain in the same company. It is what it is, but you know, with the income differential and being supplemented, we can do that. Just it will be a lot less stress on me because I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm not taking care of myself the way I should, and stress. Like the job is just really, really stressful lately. So yeah. But yeah, man, one of these days. Hey, but I did go back and rewatch some of your live streams, so I tried to give you some support. But I apologize, Kyle. Wheelchair Superhero 87. It's just bad timing for me. We need a Lady Prime exclusive cover. Got anything you want to trade for my Superman candy coupon from 1940? That's even rarer than Action #1. Man alive. No, I don't have anything at the moment to trade for something so rare. No, I got you, guy. I know you were. I know you were. Appreciate the joke. So yeah. So I have a feeling, and it's just call it women's intuition, right?
Where are we going?
No, I'm just kidding. So I have a feeling that you and Bottom Tier Collector enjoy those older WrestleManias more than I do. And when I say older, I count every WrestleMania that happened before I was a fan as an older WrestleMania. So the first WrestleMania I watched, not live, but I can remember renting it from Perry's. Perry's used to be a store. I don't know how big of a chain it was. I can remember on our travels to and from Monroe, Louisiana, for where I live, that there was a Perry's on that route because we stopped in there to shop. And I remember seeing a blaster, telling my mom I wanted that toy so bad, and she wouldn't get it for us. So I got that. That's the toy I got at Goodwill for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember seeing it in the packaging. So I know Perry's was not just a town thing, but they used to rent videos there, and I rented WrestleMania 6 from Perry's. I can remember knowing that the Ultimate Warrior won the title match, but praying and hoping that the copy I had on VHS just happened to have the version where Hulk Hogan won. And so I didn't necessarily see the Hogan Warrior match live, but I was fully invested in it.
My first WrestleMania that I got to see live, and Brandon always makes fun of me because it's one of the worst ones, but it holds a special place in my heart. WrestleMania 2000 was the first one I got to see. Luckily, my brother was the one that got me into it, and I was friends with his friends, so his friends invited me, and the mom got it. Their mom got it for us, and I got to watch it. The WrestleMania 2000.
Terrible WrestleMania.
It holds a special place in my heart.
Kyle's willing to trade you for that Superman thing. Six face. I've got a couple of kidneys and a slightly used liver that he's willing to trade. So man alive. Vampirella style. You turn the decade into the early 2000s, see the downfall of WCW into the Attitude Era and a phase out of wrestling. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people did that. And I didn't come back until CM Punk. Yeah, and that's a big thing for a lot of people. So you went on a run. You watched WrestleManias 1 through 5 pretty quickly. Now, I know for a fact that some of those WrestleManias put you to sleep. Did you go back and rewatch them?
Yes, I did go back and rewatch
them. And I know you employed the bottom tier
Yeah.
collector thing. You took a few notes.
Yes, I did. Hold on, let me get my notes because
what do you need your notes for?
Because I have like the worst memory ever. Okay.
Oh man, unprepared. She's got up twice in this live stream.
My handy dandy
She's more
notebook.
she's more priceless than anything I could ever possess. So you, man alive, Kyle was buttering you up.
Well, you better take
Man
some
alive.
notes. Because if you only heard the things he said to me this morning.
No, I only it wasn't said to you. It was said about how you dress. That's all I
Can I
said.
tell him what you said?
I just said verse. But go ahead, make me look like the bad guy.
No,
It's
I'm not trying to make you.
was not trying to look like the bad guy. I was just commenting on the choice of clothing you wear and why it's not necessarily my favorite.
He told me his exact words were, "You dress like a fat girl."
No.
Yes, you
I
did.
said, why do you insist on buying fat lady clothes? Now, this is not fat shaming. This is just there's a certain kind of stereotypical clothing that is associated. That is all I was saying. Why do you insist on wearing clothes like that? That is all I was saying. And I didn't get an answer. I just got an angry face. So
You just don't have style.
I see. And then every time someone tells her how great her clothes is, she's like, "Can you say that around Brandon? Can you say that around Brandon?"
I'm like, can you tell him? And then no. Then someone will compliment me in front of him, and then he goes, "Oh, don't tell her that her head's gonna get so big." And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, the complete strangers when we went to the last time we were in San Antonio. Your hair is so beautiful. Don't tell her that. She gets a big ego when I'll tell her that. WrestleMania 2 is real long. I'm surprised you didn't feel that way about 4. Lucky Lady Prime don't know who Vampirella is. Oh, yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yes, let's hear this. She could make a potato sack look fire, look good. Can you please tell me what flag clothes are? So she'll pick something, and I'm like, that's a muumuu. That's
Let me see if I have.
No, I'm going to get in trouble. I told my wife she just had relationship gut, and she was still beautiful maybe when we were dating.
Relationship guy. I've never
Top
heard
5
that.
biggest regrets in my life. Yeah, I've never heard that.
That's good.
Yeah. I've never said that. Now, I have been told that when we got married that this is one of my best friends at the time telling me, "Man, you're packing on the weight. You got that. You got that. What is it that the marriage weight or whatever? She must be cooking good for you." And I was like, "No, I quit drinking sodas and stuff. I supplemented sodas with cookies and milk." And so, yeah. So that's kind of. So I have no qualms about stuffing my foot in my mouth. as you guys can see.
I'm trying to find a picture.
No, put the most recent outfit you wanted to buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's because that was how the discussion came up, and everybody's gonna side with you. I already know.
Let me find it.
I just want to see you in a.
In a what?
So I was thinking of like a intro video for this Monday hangout, and it was gonna scan through my shoes because you guys don't see me wear that, and then like I grab a pair, and I was gonna scan through my shirts or my jackets and grab one, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do my underwear too, and there's gonna be this random thong, and that's gonna be the one I grab for the stream. So
this is the one, guys.
it's just. There's no like it doesn't accentuate any curves. It's just a blanket. Yes, it has buttons on it, but it's just a blanket thrown over. I don't know. Like I said, I stuffed my foot in my mouth. I'm sure I'm in the wrong. Relationship gut is when you suddenly put on weight from all the sit down restaurant dates. Yes.
We don't really go to restaurants. We're not a restaurant, and I'm not dissing him.
No, because it's normally we go when my dad asks us to go. I'm like, yeah, and then you complain about how he treats the wait staff. Lady Prime, we need to see these fat lady clothes. Fanboy, you're on mute. Cookies rule, yeah, man. And I went through like a real hardcore like cookies and milk period, like dunking my man alive. And so, needless to say, I started drinking sodas again and lost some weight. Yeah. It looks like a. So yes, So I have no qualms about getting myself in trouble. Reminds me of that Michael Jackson blood on the dance floor album cover. Yeah, man. So I was wondering if people know that because it wasn't the full on album, right? It was like more of like a single, not a single, but there's a name I'm looking for. But anyways, anyway. Oh yes.
What?
Okay, I see fanboys side of the argument because I said that because I
flattering.
said that it just there's no curvature shown. That's why he's siding with me. That's why I wear Fat Lady clothes. Bring all the milkshakes to the yard. For you guys who didn't happen to see the Saturday morning stream, Kyle jumped in on it. Lady Prime.
We made it a 3-way.
Yes, so she said that. So he showed up just in his robe. He was like ready to rock.
What was he rocking?
Well, he was in the garage, so maybe not. If he was cold, maybe not. But yeah, okay. So you got your handy dandy notes. You got your Golden Girls milkshake. I'm about to say milk. Your Golden Girls, journal pad, whatever you want to call it. It's not a notepad. It's a little notebook. Okay, so what is your favorite WrestleMania 1 match? No. I'm sorry. Before I do that, how did you feel about WrestleMania 1? Did you enjoy the show?
I did enjoy the show.
See, and that's what I'm saying. You and Bonatier kind of make me like think. You make me question myself. Maybe I need to go back and watch that show with different eyes.
Yeah, you have to go with different eyes because what we're trained now to watch wrestling, and like now you go and see and you're like, wow, they should do that more.
My wife is into the retro mom jean trend, and I die inside. I agree. Was a cool outfit. Leaves fleeting imagination. Fabulous Moolah is not a golden globe. Golden globe. My wife is the same. She's no size 10, but she would try to wear baggy clothing. 22 Comics. What's up? Good to see you, brother. WrestleMania 1 starts off rough, but finishes strong. And that's what I told Lady Promise says. As you watch this show, it's going to be different than every other WrestleMania, or it's different than what they do now, because it is definitely a show that starts off small and just continues to get bigger and bigger. So you enjoyed WrestleMania 1.
I enjoyed it, and then especially with the opening match, Fanboy Prime's dad wrestles.
Oh, I need to post that on.
Yeah. So I say Tito Santana looks just like Fanboy Prime's dad. Like, he could pass for him. Like, he could go and scheme people out of money and do like the autograph signings.
You know, when me and my cousins first told him about that, it had to be like 92, and he was not happy about that. He was not.
He looked like him. But anyways, Tito Santana
is always a favorite of the family.
Is a favorite of the family, and Ollie James thinks that's his papa. We kept it going, and he's like, "Look, there's my papa wrestling." I know we're horrible.
No, man, it's fine. Like I told them, I want him to believe in Santa Claus as long as possible. So I want him to believe that Tito Santana is his grandpa.
So I need to buy the Tito shirt so I can take a picture with Fanboy Prime's dad and with the figure.
Iron Sheik got with his bad legs, bad knees.
But yeah, that match was good. Well, Tito was really good in that match. But the match I particularly liked was the Iron Sheik tag team match versus against Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham. I really enjoyed that, especially the heat. The Iron Sheik and how do you pronounce his name? Volkov?
Nikolai Volkov. Oh yeah, the tag team title match.
Yeah, I really liked that one.
Okay, so what was your favorite match from WrestleMania 1? Since you like
the tag team match. Yeah.
My favorite match from WrestleMania 1 is probably the main event, just because it is the one match that felt the most like modern wrestling. I felt it has all the bells and whistles. It does what it needs to do, and it was a main event. And like it's weird, like, because now when I judge things, I always judge it by the good, bad, and the ugly scale. So like the good was the main event was good. The ugly, I think maybe the executioner match with Tito Santana, just because you could have had a better match for Tito.
Match.
Yeah. I said the ugly was either the fact that the Executioner versus Tito Santana is the first match in WrestleMania history, like they would probably want to change that if they could, or they would maybe want to change the main event, not have a tag team match. But like I said, it did have all the bells and whistles. You had a celebrity there, so I don't know.
For the main event, I feel like Piper and Paul Orndorff carried that match. And
yes,
when I go,
exactly.
I know. When I go back and watch Piper in the beginning, Piper, like, I get the heat. Like, I never really thought about it, but I could see why people really hated him. And then he changes. I'm like, he was really big and bloated for like the first 2 WrestleManias, and then after that he just like
he was preparing for his acting career, because WrestleMania 3 is his retirement. He'll return at WrestleMania 6, but Bottom Tier Collector, if you watch WrestleMania 6, you won't see Roddy Piper's match on that. Actually, he returns at WrestleMania 5 and he's in a speaking role, but you won't see him at WrestleMania 6. They censored that. My prostate doctor gave me an elimination chamber elimination. Okay, so tell everybody how you felt about WrestleMania 1 as far as events and and the ladies.
Okay, so far as I know, I listened to you, Bottom Tier Collector, and you talked about, it should have been a wrestling match. But here's my thing about women's matches. I didn't mind the hair pulling, because that's real. Like, the way...
This is not what I was talking about when I said...
Oh, well, the fact that it was how women complained that they never got their chance. I mean, they were right after the main event. Like, that's a big deal.
They were right before the main event.
That's a big deal. And then not only that, they had Cyndi Lauper there. Like, it was they made it feel like a real event. No, and he's not feeding me this. This is my own, because cut to WrestleMania 2, I told Brennan, I said, Vince was ahead of his time. What were these women complaining about? They had female commentators. Now, were they the greatest female commentators? No, but they had female commentators on there all over the show.
This is the anti-feminist. This is why when I go out and I seek a mate, when I did back in the day, like, I didn't want to date a girl. I wanted to date a chick. And so, ladies and gentlemen, was mainly gentlemen of the live chat, I got me a chick. And so, like, the anti-feminists, what are these ladies complaining about? So,
like, seriously, like, I was like, what? And they let them stay on there. They were commentating. What was it? Susan
St. James or something like that. Yeah, whatever.
She was commentating a lot of the matches, and I'm like, what?
So yeah, so for you guys out there that maybe catch the replay, you're single, find you a chick. Don't find you a lady. Find you a chick. Find you one who is cool, because I don't know.
But yeah, I text him when I just got done watching, or I was watching WrestleMania 2, and I was like, what are these people complaining about? Vince was ahead of its time. Like, he was ahead of his time, and people don't give him credit. I'm not saying Vince is the greatest, but I mean,
Wendy Richter was solid. I gave her best spot. In WrestleMania 1, they could have pulled each other. The women got dissed in WrestleMania 2. Yeah, it was like a really, really short match.
Well, I'm pretty sure because Fabulous Moolah, I know she wasn't an easy person to work with. She's always go in on herself.
Well, there's a lot of history there, or whatever. A lot of backstory.
There's a lot of backstory.
All right, so moving on to WrestleMania 2. What was your favorite match? Or no, overall, you like the event or no?
Let me see. Which was it? This one? It was all okay. I think I enjoyed this one more. So I'd give this one like a 7. I'll say a 7.
Man alive.
What match? The match I least did not care for was the Piper and Mr. T match. I did not care for that one.
Okay. Favorite match from WrestleMania 2. I can't believe you see these WrestleManias I don't enjoy watching. So but like I said, Bottom Tier kind of opened my eyes. Maybe I need to look at these shows with different eyes. So yeah.
I mean, the tag team
this is actually true. The secret to finding a mate is finding someone who can put up with him. You got to be able to see someone at their worst. And yeah. Yes, I agree. WrestleMania 2 should have been in Chicago. just you go from New York City, go to the second city. It should have only been in Chicago. And Chicago is notorious for its great crowds. The whole fact of splitting WrestleMania into three arenas, I don't know. They were Vince was really ambitious with that one, but I think it was a detriment to the show. I don't watch much wrestling, but I enjoyed wrestling when it was actually men wrestling. Adding females to wrestling just added a new level of soap opera to wrestling. But that's the whole point of it.
But so yeah, my favorite match was.
And for somebody who loves Alexa Bliss, Neil, come on, come on.
I know. I found out how you fancy her quite a bit. But yeah, George the Animal Steel and the Macho Man was my favorite, just because it was everything.
Green Machine in the chat.
The best of everything.
Oh, so that was your favorite match?
Yes.
George Animal Steel and Macho Man?
Mm-hmm. That was my favorite match.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, that's my favorite match from WrestleMania 2, probably the tag team title match, the Bulldogs versus the Dream Team. Just because
that would have been my second.
I love wrestling the most. Do they got to be in mud? Melodope Comics in the chat. What's up? Are you on lunch break, Melodope? Green Mellow, everybody telling everybody hi. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so WrestleMania 2, I'm not a big fan of. Like I said, the whole momentum, doing it, different events, different venues, weird. WrestleMania 3. I do take the stance that Bottom Tier Collector took, that WrestleMania 3 is like when things kind of change and wrestling is no longer like competing with other wrestling. They are competing with other forms of entertainment. WrestleMania 3 felt like a Super Bowl atmosphere. So, yeah.
And then I like that they had a lot of double countouts or double disqualifications or what it says.
Oh, man, but Alexa Bliss matches are good stuff, man. That's how I fell in love with Alexa Bliss, watching her wrestle. Macho Man hitting Steel with the bouquet was wonderful. Yeah, he did point that out. Like,
yes,
he did. He really, really loved that. Alexa Bliss, a fan favorite from the comic community. All right, so WrestleMania 3, what were we saying?
The countouts, the double countouts, and the disqualifications. Like, I don't mind that. I think they should bring that.
You like the time limit draws and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't mind that because
it's just another level of storytelling or whatever.
Yeah, because then there's always that. I don't know, because like when we went to it was Johnny Gargano's against Pete Dunne.
Oh,
had it given just a little bit more time.
That was NXT Takeover Houston, but I cannot remember.
Like
it was NXT War Games.
Yeah, that was probably the last one.
That was the last NXT we saw. Yeah.
I felt like if you give it a time limit, like I feel it gives the wrestlers that they can perform better. I don't know.
So WrestleMania 3, yeah, game changes, like it's a big deal, which WrestleMania 3 is so big that I feel like it's weird that they went WrestleMania 4 and 5 to Trump Plaza. Like, it's just weird to me that they downscaled the event, but they must have been a huge, like, hey, we'll give you this much money to go do this. I know that WrestleMania 17 is the first time they really shopped the idea of, hey, we'll bring it to your city, because I believe Houston paid like $1 million or more to bring WrestleMania to Houston. It was the first time. I don't know what's his name. Bruce Pritchard talks about it. It's the first time that someone sought for WrestleMania to come to them. So I don't know what the deal with the Trump Plaza getting it, because they got it 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really weird that they would downsize. They had just what they claimed was 93,000. Even if it wasn't 93,000, it was a lot of people. So I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't think I like all these men like my Alexa. Culture shock from Silver. Yeah, it's really weird. What I did find out though from rewatching WrestleMania 4 is there's more people in there than I thought there was. I thought they scaled it down completely, like so they went back to like a 20,000 seat venue, and maybe WrestleMania 3 there was a whole host of issues that they were like money wise, maybe they weren't prepared to spend that much for WrestleMania 4 and 5. I don't know, because WrestleMania 6 they go back to a big venue. WrestleMania 7, they go small, even though they wanted to do a big venue, but they blamed the Gulf War on that, worried about terrorism. And then WrestleMania 8, they go to a bigger venue with the Hoosier Dome. And then from there, WrestleManias 9 through 16 are pretty small venues.
But the first WrestleMania, they made it feel more of like a boxing event.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, I do like the idea of it being feeling like a sporting event.
But for WrestleMania 3, I mean, obviously my favorite match is going to be the cliche Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That was your favorite match?
Yeah, I mean that's it. But my second favorite,
Okay.
I really enjoyed the Billy Jack Haynes and Hercules
And
match.
I told Bottom Tier Collector when he told me that he was reviewing or watching WrestleMania 3, I said, man, for whatever reason, Billy Jack Haynes had like some star potential.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's crazy. Like you go watch some modern stuff from him, they're like, but
he had the look.
he had a look.
Sure.
He had some charisma, whatever.
Well,
yeah.
even Hercules. I mean, he had the look. I'll have to watch more like of his interviews.
To see if he had the character or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. WrestleMania 3. I like Randy Savage versus Steamboat, but I don't feel it's this great match that everybody makes it out to be. But I will admit, it's the first WrestleMania classic. So.
Oh, and another thing I want to say, I know a lot of people will say, no, I'm sorry, that I hear like Steamboat talked about how he did a play-by-play of exactly how it was going to go down. I can't dog him on that because he was trying to play wrestle safe so that he could have a long career because he was already up in age.
I think it's Flair. I think it's Flair and that disses it. He kind of says that him and Steamboat like calling it in the ring. But Savage, on the other hand, wanted to make sure the match was good. I don't think there's an issue with either way to do that. If you're going to deliver, if you're going to call in the ring and you have the ability to deliver, I think that's fine. I think if you pre-plan your match and have all your spots figured out, he knew that it was going to be a huge crowd, so yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't hold Savage, Steamboat in as high regard as other people do, but I can see why they would if they saw it live. So perhaps I would have a different appreciation with it if I had seen it live. But when I watched it, I had heard year after year after year how it's the greatest WrestleMania match of all time, and I was like, no, it's not. But I can understand why people would hold that in such a high regard. Macho ruined the momentum of that match too much by throwing Steamboat out of the ring multiple times. That's where it fell apart. But it's an all-time match for me. I think what gets me is that it ends in a roll-up. It's just kind of weird. Favorite WrestleMania match? Oh yeah, he said that. Macho Man and the Dragon 2. The Shane Show. What's up? Hey everyone, planning a match isn't a problem. Depends on execution. Right. If you can execute the match, that's it, man. Just entertain. Appreciate you being here, Shane. Awesome. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! All right. So we agree WrestleMania 3, best match or favorite match. Yeah. Okay. So WrestleMania 4. To me,
was the Macho Man's WrestleMania.
Well, to me, this is a tough one because I don't think any match like on its own stands out. So what was your favorite match from WrestleMania 4? I assume you enjoyed the event because you like Macho Man.
Yeah.
Okay. This is David Comics and Wrestling's favorite WrestleMania. So to give context, because this year is WrestleMania 39. So WrestleMania 1, hold on, let me go backwards. 3 is 87. So WrestleMania 1, 85. WrestleMania 2, 86. WrestleMania 3, 87. WrestleMania 4, which we're on, 88. So this is how far back in time we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Macho Man line.
Other than the Macho Man winning, Rick Rude and Jake Roberts.
Yeah, because you didn't mind the time limit draw. Okay,
yeah.
I agree. When I was thinking back to it, I was like, they actually had that was probably the longest match that night, 15 minutes. They told the story in the ring, and if you know the background of their feud or whatever, yeah. So I get it. It's just, go ahead.
I was just speaking when they show you the background, like they what is it called? The vignettes. The thing I liked about these WrestleManias is they didn't show you a vignette for every single.
Oh, like
thing.
they do nowadays.
They showed it for the longer story.
The better ones. Some matches,
the main event ones.
Like they full on admitted some matches were just filler, but it was like an event there. It was like a sporting event, so it's like, oh, here's the undercard. So yeah.
Yeah, there would be ones that you go and they're like, oh, this is why so and so's doing this. Like I appreciate that. I don't need a vignette for every single.
But that's not for you because nowadays the way they treat it is that this is the one show that the casual fan watches or that perhaps eyes they don't see, so they want to present it. That's what you have to deal with. This is why I tell people the bigger wrestling fan you are, you will appreciate SummerSlams more than you will WrestleManias because SummerSlams cater to the more the hardcore fans. WrestleMania catered more to the casual fans.
It's for the females, so the females don't have to ask their boyfriends or husbands, like, "Hey, why are they fighting?
I
What are
married
they fighting for?"
I married a woman hater, so all right. So WrestleMania 4, we agreed on the same match being the favorite. Would you class a wrestler an athlete or an actor? Alexa is just hot. It, it requires both. So they're a mixture. But yeah, there's some guys who are like straight up athletes. That's why your later WrestleManias have more, a lot more going on, more of your wrestling matches, because it's a more of, they're showing off their athletic skills. On that same token, there are some I would not consider an actor because they freeze up in front of the camera. All right, so we're on WrestleMania 5.
Mhm.
All right, what'd you think of the show overall?
It was a good show.
Okay.
I'd give it.
Oh, sorry. Here I am. Piper Adonis had the best vignette of WrestleMania 3, in my opinion. I felt all that heat. I have to go back and watch that. I remember you saying that, so I need to go back and rewatch that.
And when I think about it, like, yeah, like when I'm watching him being interviewed, Piper, this is like, I could see why people had the heat, because when I would hear him talk about how people hated him and they would slash his cars, and all that stuff, like, I see it now. I could see why he really got on people's nerves and under people's skin. So
Right on, Shane. I
appreciate-
agree. Because the better you are at being the entertainer in the wrestling, you can transition to doing things like Rock or Cena. So yeah, I like this one too. I classified them as meatheads. Super Russ 9000 in the chat. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better. I know you're dealing with some health issues, but hope you're feeling better, rested up, and can't wait to see you back making content. But the muscles are steroids. I know you got to build them muscles. I'm not 100% against steroids. I will say baseball was fantastic when steroids ruled the day. I don't know.
I'm not
I think
against it.
right. I think if you use them in a certain fashion, but I get it. It's breaking the law or whatever. But I don't know.
Oh, and I didn't even mention how jacked Paul Orndorff was. Like, that guy was jacked. Like,
Yeah,
his
that's
body...
all she talked about that night. And then I had to go to sleep with her.
But he was so jacked. Like, like, everyone always talks about, oh, Hulk Hogan, he was so big in this and this 24-inch pythons, whatever. No, give me Mr. Wonderful.
Oh man, I miss steroids in baseball. The one the home run chase, man. Baseball could act like they didn't want all that, but they knew what was going on, and they embraced it. Seems like the better entertainers can get by on average wrestling, but the better wrestlers can't get by without being interesting. I agree with that. Yeah. I think AEW, though, kind of makes it go because they treat it more like a thing, but in WWE, yeah, that statement's right on. All right, WrestleMania 5, you said you enjoyed the show?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say, of course, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. That's a no-giver, but
a no-brainer.
A no-brainer. So I'm gonna go with the Brain Busters versus Strike Force.
Was your second favorite match?
Second favorite match.
Okay, but you want to speak on that because obvious Hulk Hogan, Macho Man is the obvious choice.
Yes, and of course I'm a Macho Man.
Quite possibly the greatest storyline of all time. The Mega Powers exploding. Okay.
Yes, that was even Ollie was watching it with me, and then he was like, "I hope Hulk Hogan wins," and I was like, "No, I want Macho Man to win." But who won, Ollie?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan won.
You should say the elephant.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about too much WrestleMania 5 because bottom tier hadn't watched it, and I don't know that he's ever seen it. I'll say this: the Strike Force Demolition match was the tag team title match. No, it was the Brain Buster. It's a Brain Buster. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Strike Force Demolition was WrestleMania 4. Okay, where Strike Force lost the titles, right? They were the champs. Okay.
Again.
Second favorite match, yeah, I can see why that would be your favorite. The one WrestleMania with Arn Anderson wrestling is pretty cool, great match. So yeah, I agree with that. That's a one match show in a sense. Everybody went for Hogan, Savage, but the other matches delivered. So or the other
because
matches.
it was more wrestling based, like those guys were wrestling based.
What was I gonna? Oh, this one. No, I already did that. I remember seeing that match in Macho's anthology they put out. Sad to see him lose. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ali is the people's champion. Hey, you're right about that. I was so close on going on steroids years ago, but a girlfriend talked me out of it. Oh man, alive. Neil's hardcore.
Yeah.
All right, those are the ones you watched recently. So,
Yeah.
do you want to go through the other WrestleManias, or you want to save it for another stream? We're already an hour in.
Save it because I need a refresh.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to like take it in and then seeing how it was then versus now. Like now the WrestleManias
All
are
right.
just.
What about the last 3 WrestleManias you watched?
2020 counts because I can't remember.
Yeah, that's exactly like, where I was going.
I was like, I can't remember 2020. I know Rhea Ripley had a match against Charlotte.
It's probably the best match. No, or Undertaker and AJ Styles with their cinematic match.
I mean, I get it, but no.
We're probably gonna wrap it up here, bottom tier, because I do need to try to go to sleep before all these games. So yeah, if you don't come back, we will. We're probably gonna talk about WrestleMania's next Monday. Well, Lady Prime goes back to work next Monday, so
we'll have last Monday stream for a while.
We'll have to figure out when we do that. Maybe it'll be video content, or I don't know. I don't know how we'll do it. Maybe we'll start something on Fridays afternoons or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All righty. So WrestleMania's 1 through 6.
Who did Drew McIntyre go against 2020?
Brock Lesnar.
That probably.
Yeah, I don't. WrestleMania 22. It's WrestleMania 36. Don't remember it much. WrestleMania 37. My favorite match is the Edge versus Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns triple threat match with the title, and then last year's WrestleMania probably Cody and Seth Rollins.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get on to Cody. Not that I hate him. I just don't think he's as.
I had 2 giveaways, Neil. I had 2, and David's Comics and Wrestling won the second one. Yeah, I was going to do one Saturday morning, and I forgot about it because Kyle showed up. It started some baseball stuff. So probably we'll do one Saturday, and I'll have to figure out which books I want to do. But yes, Neil.
I'll get your secretary to remember.
Yes. Yeah. File that in the thing. Super Russ 9000. I rewatched WrestleMania 1 the other day. What did you think, Super Russ? Because I don't enjoy the older WrestleManias. And when I say older WrestleManias, I said this earlier in the stream, any WrestleMania before WrestleMania 6 is older because I didn't experience those WrestleManias. I did a little bit of the Macho Man Hulk Hogan storyline, but WrestleMania 6 was the first WrestleMania I watched from the beginning. Does Roman still have the belts? Yes, he does. And so he's wrestling Cody Rhodes this year. The idea and the general thought between everybody is that this will be the match when he finally loses them. So I don't like what they did to Seth Rollins' heritage. He's too annoying. I know. I'm not. There was a point in time where I thought Seth Rollins was the best wrestler on the planet. I used to tell Lady Prime all the time. So
I feel like after he wrestled Triple H, what WrestleMania was that?
33.
Like, I just feel like after that.
Lady Prime is the all-time Divas champion. Yes, she is a diva. And Lady Prime, as a disclaimer, you may look great in that outfit. I just did not like that picture. Don't be hating on me, Lady Prime. Don't worry. She ain't hating on nobody but me. She ain't hating on nobody but me.
No, because I'm still going to wear it, and I'm going to walk out the door, and people are going to be like, oh, thank you. I love her outfit so much.
Same. I loved him in the Triple H arc like y'all. And then after that, it went away. I liked it overall, but it did feel slow compared to today's standards. I agree with that. Shane, most wrestlers are annoying. Hold on. Let me get it. My throat's getting scratchy. And I need to take my allergy pill. Don't let me forget.
Take your allergy pill. I'm not your mother.
So I'm guessing that all these games was still on. I keep feeling like they're going to cancel it just because they don't want little kids out there playing in the cold. We'll see what happens. But because of that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this stream. Had fun with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. I know wrestling is not everybody's forte in the live stream, the live chat, but I appreciate you guys hearing us out, willing to listen, willing to hang out. Definitely appreciate every comment, man. And yes, man, awesome. I'm glad that some new names got to show up. Meladope, awesome, man. Appreciate you showing up. Not that you're a new name, but I know you don't get to hit it. You don't get to hit the live stream as often, being at work, and then me with doing weird random times of my streams last week. But yeah, having Shane here, man, that's awesome. Super Russ getting to make the chat. Let the get the
He left him for me yesterday.
No, you told me to go to sleep.
He left him for me. He could have said, you know what? Let me do it. No, I'm just kidding. Can we show him this?
Yeah, I'll put this in my
Put it in your
community tab, or I'll put it on Instagram. But yeah, go ahead and show it and see if it'll come through. This is what we're talking about with Chico or Tito Santana.
Chico and Fanboy Prime's dad, my father-in-law. It's not gonna this.
You got to put it at an angle. So yeah, yeah, it's getting them there. So yeah, but we told him in '92. I can remember it was the build up after WrestleMania.
And I even got his grandmother to believe that
oh, and then
that her son was an actual her wrestler. She was like,
and so my dad used to be in pretty fabulous shape. So he used to be a bouncer, and he used to do things like that. And I GoFundMe for a top tier dishwasher, man alive. Man, dishwashers are gonna be like my thing of this show. I'm gonna rename the Monday Hangout the I'm not doing the dishes stream. But man, I appreciate everybody showing up. Excellent. Like I said, I know wrestling's not necessarily everybody's forte, not everybody's favorite, but I appreciate you guys hearing us out as we try and strive to entertain, and I hope we did that today. I hope Lady Prime didn't mess it up.
I went shots fired.
But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody showing up. I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Yeah, not sure what else.
We have videos to make. I have, if you guys can't see it on this side, but I have more wrestling t-shirts.
Oh yeah, those have been out for a few weeks, so we need to do part 3 of your t-shirt collection. Yeah, that is my fault. And then we wound up not filming this week. We went a little longer / we didn't eat dinner before we were playing games, so we did gaming while we were eating. And so later, Phil, appreciate it. Neil, thanks. Kyle, both Kyles showing up, appreciate it. Super Russ 9000, thanks for showing up. Meladope, thanks for showing up. Shane, thanks for showing up. Trev was in here early, appreciate that. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else. Oh yeah, Sixth Face, Sid was here, appreciate that. Bottom tier, appreciate you showing up. Mike was here for a little bit, appreciate that, Mike. Neil, Cali Comics was here for a little bit earlier, so appreciate it. Everybody that showed up and those who showed up. Oh, Bizarrebra was here for a little bit. I'm not sure if I said Phil, but yeah, Phil was here. 22 Comics was in the chat, so appreciate it, everybody. Cole was here for a little bit. So everybody who showed up, appreciate it. Yeah, so we're out. Come hang out on the Saturday morning stretch, the hour before Breakfast with Brian. We'll be there, and Neil has insisted that we go back, or we'll do a giveaway, which I didn't do it 2 weeks ago because Ollie's game, and we're just pressed for time. And then this past week, Silver Knight Kyle showed off some awesome.
Don't blame it on
No,
him.
he was showing off some fantastic baseball stuff, and so my mind went away from those books I set aside.
Were they there? Were they actually there?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was those.
Because this guy's always last minute. He like.
No, it was those 3. Remember the connecting cover?
Oh. Okay.
And so I was like, once he brought out those baseball gloves, like fantastic stuff. So, yeah, we'll do a giveaway Saturday morning. So everybody show up. Let your friends know to show up, and hopefully I'll give away some good books. I don't know. Yes, you did, Neil. You bragged about being my only winner, but there were 2 that day. So, everybody, I will see you guys later, and let Ollie take you guys out. Here we go.
Video. Say thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Bye.
Say.
Bye. Say night time.